Hey guys, Chris here. Been a while, coming back with some new content. This time we're going to be focusing on my wife's new computer, high-end desktop in the fractal design Define R6, and this one's going to be a themed build based on a book series my wife's really into called the In Death series by J.D. Robb. It's a futuristic police thriller that follows the main character, Eve Dallas, Lieutenant Eve Dallas, and her husband, Rourke. There's about 40 plus books in the series. Always, the titles are always something in death, like Adventures in Death or something. I don't remember, but just various, titles in death. It always ends in death. So it's going to be the theme of this build. This is part one in the entire series. Basically today we're just going to go over the overall parts that are going into this. And then, eventually we're going to end up with, different mods on the case. It is going to be a water-cooled computer. Basically, eventually going to have two 360 radiators, one pump and res combo, rigid tubing. GPU and processor will be cooled at the same time. The parts that we're going to be putting into this is going to be a Ryzen build, going with the Ryzen 7 2700X. 8 cores, 16 threads. We will not be using the included cooler. Although it would be nice, but we aren't going air cooling on this. I will be putting the system together today, just basically to test all the components, make sure nothing isn't nothing broken or shipped broken or anything. Just make sure everything works. So yes, going with the Ryzen 7 2700X, and for the motherboard, we will be going with the Asus Prime X470 Pro. Hopefully it will have proper VRM cooling. It does have heat sinks on the VRM, so hopefully this will work wonderfully for my wife. In that, for the boot drive, we're going to be going with the XPG 256 gig M.2 NVMe drive. For RAM, the Gale, whatever the hell it's called, Super Luce Hardcore Gaming Memory. This is DDR4 3000 megahertz speed, 16 gig kit, and it works specifically mainly with the Asus AuraSync, which is with the board we got. For mass storage, we are going with 1 terabyte of hard drive space. It's a Seagate Barracuda drive. And for the graphics card, even though it's just a white box, we've got a GTX 1080 Ti by Gigabyte. This is the Gaming OC edition. I'll pull this out of the static bag to show you folks. So this will be the graphics card going into the build. Eventually it will be water cooled, but for the time being, again, we're testing the card. It's got 3 fans on it. Not sure what size, but that's what we're going with for the graphics card. To get it refurbished, so with the cost of graphics cards, going refurbished is not a bad idea. In that, we were putting in 850 watt EVGA 80 plus bronze semi-modular power supply, making sure we have plenty of power for everything. And for the time being, just to make sure everything works, we are going to be cooling everything with the Master Liquid ML240L I did a review of this once before, but because of a mistake I made, I gave it kind of a poor review, so I'm going to be revisiting that and taking advantage of this point to do that, to be able to do that. And then, of course, custom sleeved cables by Cable Mod. These are the Pro Mod Mesh extension kit. Got these off Amazon. Very good quality, very nice cables. So, all right, as you can see, we just got this all finished up, and I'm not pulling the plastic off yet because that's gonna be my wife's fun. Plus, on top of which, I'm waiting until after I get the vinyl lettering for the glass side panel before pulling that off, so that way it's perfectly clean when I go to put it on. But yep, there it is in all its glory. The Ryzen 7 2700X, gigabyte GTX 1080 Ti, 16 gig of RAM. Is that Guile, whatever the hell it's called. And again, temporarily got the Cooler Master AIO. Turns out that the AIO does actually cool quite well. So, not a total bust on that one. Even though my review of it was not exactly the greatest, but that, again, ended up being my fault. I did, however, though, take the Cooler Master fans off because they get quite loud. I put Thermaltake ring fans on because they perform better on radiators. So I got those on. That's why you see the blue rings. And I matched all the RGB on the inside of the case to match the blue. That way it looks all nice and pretty. But next stage is going to be all the case mods. Got the GPU backplate, the power supply, decorating the power supply shroud, and doing the back panel of the computer, so that we can keep going with the theme of in-depth on this computer. Not quite giving away the actual name of the computer just yet, other than just its in-depth build. I figure once I get the decal put on the side, then I'll be able to reveal the name of the computer. But yeah, it'll be the case mods next, and then after that, be doing the custom water cooling loop on this. So this is just part one in the series. So I'm going to try to keep it down to at least just 3 parts. The case mods and then the water cooling. But, and once we get the water cooling done, I'll go over overall performance, because for some reason right now, when I first put the AIO on it, I had the AIO in the front. I actually got this processor up to 4.3 gigahertz for the maximum turbo boost. For some reason, after I moved it up here, it's not quite running the same, so now it's only doing 4 gigahertz. So I figure I'm not going to mess with it. It's plenty powerful enough for my wife for the time being. I just gotta wait until I get the water cooling, and hopefully I don't have to go in and manually overclock. Hopefully the water cooling will take care of getting it up to 4.3 or maybe 4.4. So, but yeah, this is end of part 1. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, don't worry, move on, I guess. We don't want thumbs downs. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. Still working on getting better at this stuff, so. But yeah, that would be the in-depth build.